Showbiz Shelly backstage here at the American Music Awards with Miss Selena Gomez. Hi, Selena.
Hello.
So welcome. This is exciting. You're performing at the show on Sunday. Tell me about it.
I'm very nervous. I had spent over a week, probably over a month, actually, rehearsing the song itself. But the past 8 days, I have been in the steam room every night. I have just kind of been focusing on the performance because for once, I actually won't have anything to fall back on. You know, I don't have the production. I won't have the dancers. I won't have who are my best friends most of the time. I won't have my band. It'll literally just be me. So I'm pretty nervous, but I think it's going to be beautiful.
I'm excited. And you said you spent time in the steam room?
Yeah, it's
the
good.
voice
Clears everything out. Yes.
Got it. Okay.
It's so nice.
Now, the heart wants what it wants. This is what you're performing, I assume, right?
Yes.
Now, tell me about the video for this song. Super emotional part at the beginning. Tell me about that.
Well, the intention of the video, I shot it over the beginning of this year. And when I went in to have this visual, I just wanted it to feel like it was stepping into my mind for a moment. You know, everything, at one moment I felt like everything around me was going and I was standing still. And that was the best way to describe it. So it starts in the dressing room that would appear to be backstage at one of my concerts. And I had the crew leave the set, and I had the microphone there. And it's a moment that I think every girl feels in their life, where they're looking in the mirror, and they're like, how did I get here? When did this happen? What am I feeling? And it's a very confusing time, but it's also a part of growing up. It's a part of your story, and it was a part of my story. So it was very personal, but I waited a while to release it to where I feel emotionally able to do that.
That's got to be therapeutic, though, to be able to talk about that stuff and like put it into a song and then have other people hear it and relate to it, right?
Yeah, and to kind of understand what I'm going to say. It was a time where I felt like I was being criticized by the whole world for making a decision and for following my heart, and that was the best way to put it, was through a song, because that is what I feel. And I feel like I want to just say to half of the adults who write stories about me, it's like, what were you doing at 20, 21, 22?
Right.
It's probably not half as bad as what I've ever been doing in my life. You know,
Absolutely.
It's like my way of saying this is my piece about it.
Yeah, good for you.
Thank you.
And you know, a couple songs have leaked too.
Yeah.
What's that? Yeah.
Well, the record is a compilation of all the songs I've done in the past 4 years.
Yeah.
So it isn't necessarily the newest, material. But Do It was a song that did leak, and it was so fun because I figured if I was putting the heart wants what it wants on the record, to end it with something really fun, really sexy and kitschy, it would be fun for my fans. So yeah, it's good. I don't mind it. You know, the album's coming out soon, and I'm going to be a little bit more protective of the next record, I think.
Are you? How come?
Well, it is hard to kind of keep things under wraps for as long as we did for even the heart. You know, the video, I was the only one that had the video and the president of Hollywood Records, so it was like, it's either me or you that leaked it. So it was pretty much under wraps for a while.
Right. Is it hard to? I mean, a lot of people are assuming it's about one person in particular. So is that hard to?
I think the whole world talks about me freely, evidently. So, no, I think it's not. It's about me sharing what I feel, and it's in general, it's exactly what everybody else feels. So they could, of course, write as whatever they'd like to write, but at the end of the day, I know my story, and that was what I wanted to say.
You guys are in a good place now?
Of course.
Good.
I love him with all my heart.
Last thing I want to mention, your good friend Taylor Swift doing awesome. Have you talked to her?
Yes, I just saw her last night.
Yeah? What's she up to?
She's awesome.
Yeah.
She's still trying to get me to move to New York, which is hilarious. She's like, when I was 22, because she's like 2 years older than me, but she's like, when I was 22, I was doing this, and then I moved to New York. I was like, oh my goodness. So, yeah, she's still doing that. I saw her last night. We're gonna be pumped to sit together at the show. It'll be
She's
good.
a dancer. I know you got to get your dance shoes on.
It was funny. Our fans actually know us as that now. They're like, Selena and Taylor are sitting together, so it's going to be another Selena and Taylor dance show.
Party, right?
All we do because we have fun. I get it. This is an award show, and there's a lot of artists, but it's music, and it's so much fun. And I have to say that's what I've always loved about Taylor. It's just being able to go and be a girl and dance around. It's what it's about.
Love it. Selena, it's so great to see you. It's been like almost a year since I last saw you at our Christmas show, so good to see you again. Whenever you want to come back to Chicago, we'd love to have you too.
Yes, you have it be a little warmer for me.
Despite the cold, right?
Thank
good
you
to see you,
so much.
Selena.